Everything that people think of when they think of Eminem is fucking yours truly. You're not fucking Taylor Swift. With one era that mattered, mine. And if we're being honest, the music that you've been dropping since I bounced, ain't it? MGK f***ed your mother.
He did. But she's your mother too, so you really need some help, man.
Yeah, you know what? She's both of our mothers.
We know that Taylor Swift will make a significant cultural and economic impact in every city that she tours, so it's important that we give her a warm welcome, including the tax revenues that are generated to the municipal, provincial, and federal government. And the motion also asks the general manager to report back on the Swiftonomics of the event, and I think that's something we've all been involved in, is trying to get a fair deal for Toronto in importing the inequities that we have in our tax system.
First up, we have the full scoop on Eminem's huge Taylor Swift shout-out. Seems like Eminem might be the biggest Swiftie out there in the celeb universe, but that's not all. Taylor is painting the town red without yet stepping foot in it, or should we specifically say Toronto is turning into Swiftie land for her welcome. Next, a little bit on the serious front, Taylor Swift has spoken up regarding the recent Southport tragedy, but she is fully supported by her army of Swifties who have already pooled in £300,000 for the hero teachers and children affected by a heartbreaking incident. Further, we move to a crazy shocker. Taylor's real-life double, or doppelganger must we say, is alive and spotted. Lastly, Travis and Swifties combine to hit back at Bill Maher's prediction for the Lovebirds, mainly the speculation that Travis will dump Taylor in the near future. For this and other absolutely shocking takes, let's jump right into this video. Eminem sings Taylor's praises. Eminem, aka Marshall Mathers, just gave fans a wild peek into his world during a recent chat with Complex. The iconic rapper had a playful back and forth with his infamous alter ego, Slim Shady, and dropped some surprising takes on pop sensation Taylor Swift. In the interview, Eminem had a bit of fun role-playing between himself and Slim Shady, who didn't hold back. Slim Shady took some digs at Marshall, claiming that since shedding the Shady persona, Eminem's impact has waned. He even threw shade at Eminem's career trajectory, saying, "Don't get it twisted, you're not effing Taylor Swift. You had one era that mattered, mine." Ouch. Slim Shady's remarks seemed to highlight Taylor's knack for reinvention and her staying power in the industry, contrasting it with Eminem's own struggles to keep his artistic edge. Taylor, known for her chameleon-like ability to reinvent her music and herself, has nailed various genres from country to pop to indie and alternative. Her recent Eras tour, which showcases her many successful musical phases, has been a massive hit. Eminem's mention of her seemed to recognize her success in evolving while he reflects on his own career. Swifties went wild on social media when the interview clip dropped. Taylor fans were thrilled by Eminem's nod to her success. One fan tweeted, "Eminem sent Taylor flowers after Kanye stormed the stage and ruined her VMA speech. He's always liked her." Another added, "I knew Slim Shady would love Taylor." Eminem's remarks come as he celebrates a career milestone with his latest album, The Death of Slim Shady, Coup de Grace, which hit #1 on the Billboard 200. This new release edged out Taylor's The Tortured Poets Department, which had been dominating the charts for 12 weeks. Eminem's album explores themes of growth and change, marking a significant chapter in his lengthy career. Despite the chart rivalry, there's no bad blood between Swift and Mathers. Swift is known to be a fan of Eminem, even covering his Oscar-winning hit Lose Yourself on one of her tours. The mutual respect between these two heavyweights is clear, and Eminem's recent comments just add to the camaraderie.
My name is Slim Shady.
We know who you are, bro.
Bro, I've been sent from the past to save our career.
To save my career. My 25-year career.
Everything that people think of when they think of Eminem is fucking yours truly. You're not fucking Taylor Swift. With one era that mattered, mine. And if we're being honest, the music that you've been dropping since I bounced, ain't it? Like, for real?
I've grown up, bro. My fan base has grown up. The world's changed, and people are way more sensitive now.
MGK f***ed your mother.
He did. But she's your mother too, so you really need some help, man.
Yeah, you know what? She's both of our mothers.
Taylor takes over Toronto. Toronto is rolling out the red carpet for Taylor Swift's Eras Tour in a big way this fall. Even though Taylor won't hit the city until November, Toronto is already gearing up. The Toronto Star reports that the City Council has voted almost unanimously to rename a path that runs between the Rogers Centre and Nathan Phillips Square to Taylor Swift Way for the entire month of November. Taylor set to rock the Rogers Centre for a massive 6 nights starting on November 14th. And it gets even better. Rogers Center is footing the bill for the new signs, which will then be donated to a local food bank to be auctioned off for charity. Since the launch of Taylor's Eras Tour last year, cities have been pulling out all the stops to celebrate her. Liverpool transformed into Taylor Town, Glendale, Arizona rebranded itself as Swift City, and Kansas City, Missouri updated its already existing Swift Street to Swift Street Taylor's version. Pittsburgh became Swiftsburg, and Stockholm switched to Swift Home. Nashville even renamed a park bench in her honor, and in Rio de Janeiro, they projected a replica of Taylor's Junior Jules tee from the You Belong With Me video onto the Christ the Redeemer statue. Tampa, Florida took it a step further and named Taylor the mayor for a day. Looks like Toronto's aiming to join this list of epic tributes.
We know that Taylor Swift will make a significant cultural and economic impact in every city that she tours, so it's important that we give her a warm welcome, including the tax revenues that are generated to the municipal, provincial, and federal government. And the motion also asks the general manager to report back on the Swiftonomics of the event, and I think that's something we've all been involved in, is trying to get a fair deal for Toronto in importing the inequities that we have in our tax system.
Swifties help out Swifties. Taylor Swift's fans have really stepped up in a big way, raising nearly £300,000 for the hero teachers and children affected by a heartbreaking tragic incident in Southport, London. The attack happened at a Taylor Swift-themed dance and yoga class, and it was a total nightmare. 3 young girls lost their lives. 2 teachers and 5 other kids are in critical condition. The tragedy shook the community and sparked an outpouring of support from Swifties everywhere.
Taylor Swift has paid an emotional tribute to the victims of an horrific knife rampage in the United Kingdom.
A 3rd child has died in the stabbing attack in the British seaside town of Southport. The girls were 6, 7 and 9 years old.
On a quiet suburban street, the aftermath of what one witness said was like a scene from a horror movie.
For really seeing all this, for the police, you need to come now. You need to come now. Bring everybody.
I'm here to advise that 2 children have died as a result of the injuries sustained in this morning's knife attack.
All she said was she saw the members of, I don't know, either police or ambulance. She said she could see the stab wounds in the backs of the...
9 other children have been injured, and 6 of them are in a critical condition.
On Tuesday, Taylor Swift herself spoke out about the tragedy, saying, "I'm still in shock over the horror of the attack in Southport. The loss of these young lives and the trauma inflicted on everyone involved, from the families to the first responders, is beyond words. I'm at a complete loss for how to express my sympathy to these families." In response, Swift's dedicated fans, known as Swifties, mobilized quickly to raise funds. The money will go to the families of Alice Da Silva Aguiar, 9, Elsie Dot Stancombe, 7, and BB King, 6, who tragically lost their lives, as well as to support the other victims recovering at Alder Hey Children's Hospital in Liverpool.
There's left at least 3 children dead, multiple people injured at a Taylor Swift-themed dance class in England.
When an attacker armed with a knife walked into the class and launched a frenzy. Not to overstate the shock and grief felt by this quiet seaside community near Liverpool.
Over 18,000 fans contributed to the fundraiser called Swifties for Southport, which will help cover medical expenses and provide support to those who are critically injured. The fundraiser organizers said, "We're partnering with Alder Hey Children's Hospital to raise money for the families affected by this awful tragedy and support the young Swifties who have sadly passed away. Every donation goes straight to the verified charity, making a real difference in this time of deep sadness." Reports also highlight the bravery of 2 teachers who were injured while protecting the children. Leanne Lucas managed to lead kids to safety through a fire escape, while Heidi Barlow locked others in a bathroom to keep them safe from the attacker. Leanne's aunt, Pauline Bennett, said Leanne is waiting for surgery but is mainly concerned about the kids. Heidi's current condition is still unclear.
After false reports about the charged boy led to a riot, but mourners are tonight calling for calm in the community.
How many more children?
Can only be described as a devastating nightmare.
Swift's shocking doppelganger. A woman named Laura has taken the internet by storm with her jaw-dropping resemblance to Taylor Swift. On Tuesday, she posted a bunch of seemingly normal anniversary photos with her husband on X, and they've since gone viral with over 2.4 million views. In her anniversary post, the British woman shared 10 years together, 2 years married, 4 white dresses, and too many photos to sum up a third of our life together. I love you so much, Jack. Happy anniversary. but people couldn't help but do a double take. The resemblance to Taylor Swift is so striking that some even questioned if the pictures had been doctored by AI. Taylor Swift happy in an alternate universe, one ex-user commented. I literally thought you were Taylor Swift, another wrote. I had to zoom in to make sure it wasn't AI Taylor. One person even joked, I'm glad I'm not the only one freaking out over this uncanny resemblance. Taylor just found herself another stunt double. Laura Cadman's doppelganger status might be a new revelation to many, but she's been a Swiftie for years. Laura has been a fan since 2015, when she went to one of Taylor's concerts. She told media a while back, I've never claimed to look like Taylor, I don't think so, but people argue about it on my photos. I've had comments like, you're never going to meet Taylor or you're ugly. You know, the usual. But it's cool because my followers usually back me up. I also wish people would appreciate me for being me, not just because I look like someone famous. Swifties hit out at Bill Maher. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift have been one of the hottest topics since they started dating last year, and their first anniversary only fueled more chatter about their future. But now, comedian Bill Maher has thrown a bit of cold water on the romance, and Swifties are not having it. Maher recently took a swipe at the couple, predicting that Travis will dump Taylor. On his Club Random podcast, Maher told guest Haley Welch, aka Hawk Tua Girl, he's gonna dump her, you know that. He added, with her it's like the Gatorade at the Super Bowl. You know you're gonna get dumped, you just don't know when.
I liked her more when she was country.
I did too. I really liked her when I was younger growing up.
Sparks Fly. The whole thing with the football player, I just felt like, look, I'm sure she's a lovely person, but my boyfriend's a football player. And I wear his jersey to the game with his number on it. 35 was a little old to be like,
whatever makes her happy.
Oh, of course.
If that's what she wants to do and it makes her happy, go on.
Meanwhile, Hawk Tua Girl chimed in, joking that if it happens, Taylor's next album might be titled F. Travis instead of F. John Mayer. Naturally, Swifties are not pleased with Maher's comments. Fans flooded social media with responses, calling out the comedian for his unsolicited opinion. One user quipped, what did Taylor Swift do to make this guy so bitter? Another wrote, oh, Bill's just jealous of Travis. Someone else shot back, Bill Maher needs to mind his own business. Seems like Swifties are rallying behind their fave couple, and they're not letting Bill Maher's predictions ruin their vibe.
He's gonna dump her though, you know that.
No, I'm gonna be a Travis Kelce hater. He does that. Can you imagine the next album we're gonna get off of that?
You know you're gonna get dumped. You just don't know when. Right, so it must have had the songs about all the people that she wrote songs about. Coursing through her emotions, of course. It was breakup stuff, so she's gonna write songs. I can't fault her for that. It does seem like such a recurrent theme that at some point maybe you should write a song called Maybe It's Me.
Maybe it's me.
Just so.
That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.